when somebody wants to get into a relationship, should they consider the fact that this person that I am getting into a relationship with, I might leave them. They might disappoint me one day and I might leave them. Should that be at the back of your head, even as you're thinking of getting into a relationship, as you lay the foundation? Pastor.
Very interesting question. You see, now living in the current situations where we are living now, especially I don't know whether we have entered 21st century, but I think because of the laws that have come up,
yes,
and the challenges that have come up with marriage, now you find actually it's not maybe about whether you need to consider that. It's actually most people are considering it. You find most people are entering into marriage with an option of, I might leave this person. And you see, that is not the way marriage is supposed to be. Because a marriage, when God, the original foundation of marriage, when God created Adam and Eve, he never intended them to separate. And we never see even in the Bible anywhere they separated. So we usually look at the original intention. Because anytime, you can always imagine now taking a flight, and every time as a pilot you are thinking, if things go wrong, I will jump out of this plane and leave the rest out. So I think that it's a wrong mentality to start the marriage thing. My advice would be, instead of getting into marriage looking at a person that you might leave, then take time and choose carefully the person you want to marry, because most of the times you are driven by the excitement. You know, for guys, we look at the shapes and we look at the outside beauty, and deep inside into marriage we discover there were some serious flaws in character.
And then you say, this is not the person I married.
We are mismatched. I think take time, ask questions. You know, if you look at our parents, like now my father is 85. I've never seen them, even my mother, live one day. Atemenda mahali pengine. But you find it's because also they were told, number one, this thing is not, it's not an option. You're not getting it in here as an option.
You're going there.
You are going in there
permanently.
And secondly, they would investigate.
Would you, even as you talk about that, would you advocate for prenuptial agreements?
You know, now, you see, when people started marrying, I will answer it in two ways. When people started early before, you know, shida squeeze imekuwa ni people are getting rich young. So you find you have cars, you have land, you have property on this side. But when you were starting, we had nothing, only a job and maybe a few coins in the bank. So there was nothing to agree on. Now, prenuptial, I think, comes because of people have made money early, or maybe people are remarrying after they have made quite a big amount, and so you kind of protect. I think it is important, whereby if you're getting into marriage, and probably it is a second marriage, it is important to agree. Because you need to choose carefully and say, kama mimi nakuwa ukiwa you are the second wife, now there are things you will not touch.
Okay.
I think that time you can actually agree. And